Director of Sales. Hi, Mike.
Howdy, Dave.
And today we're going to talk about what I think is another example of how the Allman Company is a progressive company. I'm going to toot our horn on this one, Mike. So,
Okay.
Mike, why don't you tell us what we've just been able to achieve?
So through our logistics office, our shipping office here in Madeira, and our UK office, we've been able to electronically transfer title or possession of our freight, our almonds, over a blockchain technology for the first time in North America.
So we were the very first company
Right.
to transfer title
Yes.
through a ship line using blockchain.
Right.
Now, I'd love to have you go through what is blockchain, but can you?
So my stab at it is blockchain is basically a traceable. You can't a traceable time of events. So Mike owns something. Mike then transfers it to Dave. Dave then transfers it to Russell. It's a ledger where you can't come back and edit it and edit the history, right? So.
And it's the basis of all the cryptocurrencies
Right.
that we hear so much about.
Right.
It's NFT, if anyone else has followed
Right.
that kind of strange craze.
Yeah.
It's what a lot of people consider as the future.
It's really the technology underneath all of these different cryptocurrencies that you're talking about. This is the tangible reality, okay, that can be produced with blockchain, right? So,
Okay, so let's start with what happens on a normal basis.
Yeah.
So this is a file, right? This is
representing one load.
representing a load that we've shipped out in a container that went out of Oakland, let's say, because that's typically where we go, and it's headed to Europe. So contained within that is all kinds of paperwork, of which one of the more important pieces is what's considered the ship bill of lading, the
Right.
BL.
The
Okay.
pink slip.
So yeah, explain that.
Right, so basically that is just representing who has title. That is the ship line issuing that to the shipper of record, which is ourselves, the Allman Company. So that basically says the ship line acknowledges that the Allman Company is the owner of those goods.
So very, very, very much like a pink slip in a vehicle.
Right.
So we load the goods into a container. It heads off to Oakland.
Yes.
Sometime later, 5 days,
I think it probably takes 15 days to get bills of lading back.
Okay. So the ship company then issues that. It arrives in a physical form.
Yes.
We endorse it.
Yep.
So just like
Sign
you
the
would a pink slip, package it up in a document or in a package of documents that go along with it, quality, various other things. But that most important one being the BL, right? Ownership.
Yes.
Then we plunk it in the mail, basically,
Yes.
and off it goes.
To a bank.
And then those people then wait for the money, hand over that BL,
Right.
and now the man can go receive
Clears
the goods at the other side. Can you tell us an example of when that goes wrong?
So this last holiday season during December, we had a package that was lost in the mail, and it had about 10 loads worth of bills of lading inside one package. That as it gets lost in the mail, starts creating a lot of delays for our customer. So the containers are now arriving at destination. The customer is waiting for the bills of lading to arrive at the bank so that he can pay and that he can start to clear the goods. So all of a sudden, those documents aren't showing up at the bank. There are fees that are starting to be racked up because we have not returned those containers back to the ship line. And now the ship line says, okay, we don't know where those bills of lading are. UPS, the postal company that we use, said we don't know where they are. It is not. We deem it now lost, and the ship line says, well, what you need to do to basically guarantee or put up as like an insurance that somebody else doesn't just walk through the door and say, hey, those are my containers. You need to put up a letter of credit. So we had to put up a letter of credit for I think it was 16 months to be full to that ship line, just in case somebody did find those and then tried to go and claim those goods. And so it cost us a lot of money. It tied up it tied up some cash. It's an archaic system, all of it. And so what we've done now with, eliminating the need for putting physical bills of lading in the mail through this technology that we've started to use. Should eliminate a lot of that risk, a lot of those issues. Should be more transparent for everybody. Should be more timely. Within about 24 hours of a container leaving our facility, we can transfer title to the customer if we've received the funds, or however the commercial decision is then made. But we instantaneously can really start to just trade that way, you know.
No, I
huge
think
time saver.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
And again, if you just think about the physical aspect of this, of all the documents, of all the trees, if you'll have them, and the
Right.
ability for things to be lost and all that, in the future, this is going to be down to really a digital form, right? It's going to be in a computer. It's going to have
Right.
it all there.
It's going to be
And
logged, registered, and you'll know exactly how things went.
So again, we're very proud of it. First time in North America
Yes,
that goods were transferred via ship BL.
yes,
Um,
over
and
blockchain.
Your almond company was behind it. So we think that's kind of a neat thing. Hope that you do as well. This has been Dave Bazar and Mike Finn with the latest.